So a lot of people say, why are you suddenly designing now? Well, I actually had my own company when I was 15. And I did this because I was a ballerina and I needed to have ballet shoes and I couldn't afford them. So I thought instead of wasting my time donning the ballet shoes, I'd do embroideries. And I embroidered a see-through blouse. At this time everyone was burning the bras. When I had my own home, I used to be clever about finding antiques and finding things in a very much a British style, which I brought to Hollywood. And then I realized that I loved putting homes together, and whenever I did, people would buy the home with everything in it. I would just walk away with my clothes. So I have no training in design, but I had a natural kind of taste that people liked, and then after that I wanted to work with furniture, because if you don't have furniture, there's no point with the rest of it. And so I was invited to meet Michael and Mini. I knew of his reputation, I knew he was very successful, and he was interested in doing a collaboration and having maybe a female perspective as well, and adding, he loves Hollywood, probably more than me. So
everybody does.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So 7-8 years ago we made an arrangement to work together, and it's been very successful. We love to do it, and every year it grows and grows.
It takes a long time for it to mature. It's pretty much like a fruit that it's there, and you have to let it sort of grow and become sweet before you can pick it and eat it. So we go back and forth, and we talk about it, and she gives me her ideas, I give her my ideas, and we try to bring all these ideas together. And we have done this type of events many times in different parts of the world, especially the US. We go there and we get to meet the consumers, and the consumers tells us what they expect, what they like to see, and we hear it from the source. And that's how I think they're successful in what we do, because we listen. And we try to make furniture a beautiful thing to look at, besides the fact that we can sit on it, sleep on it, or use it as a piece of furniture.
I have many different cultures in my home. I don't feel that just because your home has to be all exactly matching, all the same. In fact, in today's fashion now, it's much more interesting to mix it up. So you could have something very Indonesian right next to something very Hollywood. You can mix it up. In fact, in my home, I have reclining Buddhas, and I have Balinese art, and I have African art and beading, and I have things from India and from all over the world, and things from England. So
but that makes it personal.
That makes it personal. That's why when you look at my book, it shows you how you can have the same space and you can change it out. When you have really good furniture, you can change the accessories. And people don't think about that. Sometimes they think they have to start all over again. Well, I continue, hopefully, to have a good acting career. I also produce. I have a very inspirational foundation and a series of books I write in jewelry. The whole idea of opening your heart and opening your mind, that's very important to me, especially in the world we live in right now. I want something that combines cultures and that everyone can agree on. We're in a very small planet, and we now can, talk to one another all over the world. It's the same way my favorite thing is to be creative. So since I travel a lot, and Michael travels a lot, we come back from places with amazing ideas, sometimes old ideas which we reinvent, sometimes new concepts, new ideas. Quite often ideas for furniture comes from fashion or from jewelry in his case. I love to be creative, whether it's acting, producing, painting, designing, public speaking. That's what makes me happy in life. I've seen so much beautiful Indonesian furniture and furnishings. I collect batiks, I collect wood carvings. I have the most beautiful Balinese artwork in my home already. I love Indonesian craftsmanship, and I personally, I collect fabrics. You can see. It doesn't matter where I go. He collects things like watches. I collect fabrics. I'm a fabric-aholic. And I collect kabayas. I wear kabayas in America and in England. I love it. I think it's a beautiful design. I don't wear it like you wear it. I wear it open with blue jeans sometimes. And I'm very much about color. So I like personally to have like a blank canvas of furniture and then add color and excitement to it, like jewelry, like like sparkling pillows or beautiful throws or beautiful fabrics. So I love the Indonesian handwork. And of course it means a lot to me because my mother used to live here, so it has an emotional feeling as well, attachment, yes.